Hi guys! Getting ready to head out on a big adventure, 4-day adventure. Going to be meeting up with my friend. She actually just fractured her foot, so I thought maybe she wasn't going to be able to come, but she still wants to come. So we're gonna go meet up with a group of Overlanders. I think there's going to be about 10 vehicles in the group. So I've never met anyone in the group before, so that'll be fun too. I'm a little nervous. So I'm going to pick up my friend, grab her gear, and we're going to head up to Marquette to meet up with the other group. And we're going to be staying tonight at mouth of the Huron. And I've never been there, so I'm really excited. So let's see what kind of an adventure we can go on. So we've made it to our first destination, a little break here at Thomas Rock Overlook next to Big Bay. I'm traveling about 2 hours, I would say. And it's been a little dusty. Not too bad. We got a little bit of rain. Looks like we might have a bit of a storm coming, but hopefully it shouldn't last too long. And then from here we're going to continue on to mouth of the Huron with a group of, I think, 8 vehicles, so not too big. It's the right size. Camp. A little chilly last night because the ground is really damp here, so I actually ended up putting my sweatshirt on. Not quite fully awake yet, but I love waking up to the sound of the birds and the river in the background. Time for breakfast and some coffee. It's a lady slipper. Isn't it beautiful? So here's where we ended up staying at Big Eric's Bridge Campground. And we ended up moving camp because the person I'm with actually has fractured foot, so she couldn't get around too well at the other place, or mouth of the Huron. So we ended up coming here, and it's a beautiful campground. You can hear the river, and I think we are one of only 2 people that are in this whole campground right now. It's looking to be a super hot day. I'm actually in my sweats right now, so I'm going to go change, and then we're going to hit the road and on to our next destination. She stayed in the back of the vehicle, and I stayed in my tent. There's the river at Big Eric's Bridge. I have a really old video, really bad video of camping at this campground from years ago. Woohoo! Someone's underwear. There's some steps going down over there. It is a beautiful day. We're all loaded up and we're gonna head, I think, up towards Copper Harbor. Just gotta stop at home real quick. My nets came in for my windows, so I want to pick those up. We are ready to go. Cheers! Cheers! Mount Bohemia.
Bluesville, this time it was
We're
Stack
gonna go in the
Lee,
pool.
and it's early times with you. Music.
Morning. It's Saturday morning. I ended up out at Misery Bay. It's not really a designated campground, but there's one sort of two spots that you can camp. I couldn't believe there was nobody out here. So I came and I parked, and there was lightning bugs just everywhere. I'm camped kind of next to the river. And then probably about, it was right around 2 in the morning. Then I think 4 or 5 vehicles came through, and a couple of them started to drive in here and then realized I was here. So it was a little bit disturbing then. They weren't loud, and somebody ended up camping next to me, and they are super loud. I don't know if you can hear them now, but I think they went to bed probably around 4, and they weren't loud then, but then they were up at, if they ever even went to bed, I don't know, at 8 o'clock they woke me up with their very loud talking and music and car door slamming. So I think I've only had maybe a good 4 hours of sleep, but the rain, I keep getting little bouts of rain and going on the tent, and it's so beautiful. And the bird song right now, I've just been laying here probably over an hour, just laying here, dozing in and out of sleep and listening to the birds. I heard a loon off in the distance. It's just so beautiful. I love waking up and hearing all the birds. I'm probably going to get dressed, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here. It's super, super, super buggy here, and there's no breeze right here, and there's no sunshine. So right now all the mosquitoes are gathered on the outside of my tent. I can see them just waiting for me to come out. So probably not going to stay here. I'm going to probably move on to somewhere where maybe there's a little bit of a breeze or some sun, so it's not so bad for bugs. So I will update you when I figure out what I'm doing. Side note, look at my feet. I promise they're not dirty. I mean, they are, but it's pitch. The ground here is just covered with pine needles, and I had bare feet last night. And I spent a long time scraping them off last night before I went to bed, but this, yeah, it's so gross looking. Here's the Misery, I think it's the Misery Bay River, Misery River. Gorgeous. The water's really high. You can fish right off the shore if you wanted. If I had remembered to bring my fishing pole as usual. And then Lake Superior is right there. The bugs have actually died down. They're somewhat tolerable now. So I think I'm going to go for a walk down to the beach and then decide if I'm going to stay here or not. It's so nice out. I thought it was going to be cooler today. I kind of want to go hiking and then camp somewhere. I really need to decide what I'm going to do. I haven't even eaten yet. Just trying to get a bunch of water down right now. Off to the next destination. Woohoo! No big deal, just some tractors going down the road. So here we are at Pike Lake. I know I must have been here before, but I don't remember it. There's a boat launch, some looks like makeshift camping spots. This one's very dirty. And there's like toilet paper and trees obviously have been cut down. That's terrible. But I mean, there's no garbages out here, but yeah. So I'm just gonna have some lunch here. And then maybe take the kayak out. So my fridge and power generator situation has been very frustrating. I will cover that at some point probably, but it's very inconsistent. And I'm beginning to think that maybe my power generator just isn't strong enough for that fridge, and that's what's going on. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to get the fridge to turn on and there's different error codes and things like that. Anyway, so I'm gonna eat up my fish just in case the fridge just doesn't work. It's been off and on all the last 2 days, so I'm gonna eat this up because it's so yummy and I don't want it to go bad. So that's gonna be my lunch. Smoked salmon, so yummy. I probably haven't washed my hands in like 2 days. I've been using wet wipes though. They're gonna really smell good after this. Delicious. Can you hear the frogs? Getting some sun on my legs. All the lilies are just about to bloom. I'll see if I can get a little closer to all the lily pads that are coming up from the bottom. Been a little scummy in there. They're so cool. Got a red-winged blackbird. I'm getting so hot. I'm glad I put some sunscreen on. I don't typically burn very easily, but definitely when you're out on the water, you're getting the sun from above and reflecting from the water, and I don't want a sunburn. Surprising, right? Hello, dragonfly. Hi. Mr. Turtle, Mr. Turtle. Ooh, got one leg in the air and everything. Hi. I'm drifting away. Hi there, mister. Or Mrs., ma'am, sir. They, them. See you later. We got a beaver lodge. Not a huge one. I've definitely seen bigger ones. Haven't seen any sign of Mr. or Mrs. Beaver yet. It's funny, as I'm paddling in here, it's like tons and tons, schools of little fish are fleeing for their lives. There's a lot of fish in this little spot. They weren't very big though. I'd say probably 4 to 6 inches. But he has a nest in here. He's not wanting to fly away. He's so pretty. just gonna lead me away from his nest. Now I think I'm going to actually go in the water, and I think I'm going to wash my hair. My hair is just full of bug spray and sweat. It's kind of a toss-up, because if I wash my hair, then it's probably going to smell more attractive to bugs, but I also it's really itchy and bothering me. So we'll see. I'm going to wash it and then try to rinse it really good, and hopefully I won't be too scented, but we'll see. Now I went from roasting to a little bit chilly because I just completely forgot to bring a towel with me on this trip. But it's okay. I feel really good now. Hopefully the bugs don't think that I smell really good now to eat. It's about time to load up and maybe head on to the next adventure. This is a pretty nice spot. The breeze is keeping the bugs away, but I don't know, it's just kind of junky here, so I just don't feel super peaceful here, so I think I'm going to move on, see where else we can find. There, I got my kayak loaded up, strapped down. I said, there, that's not going anywhere when I did it, so it is officially strapped on there good. Oh, I feel so good and refreshed now. What a perfect day. I mean, I'm so blessed to live where I live. One of the people I was traveling with on the first day in the group, she hadn't really been up here, and she was just looking around and crying at how beautiful it was, and it really made me realize how super, super lucky I am to live here in this paradise where, people come and they look around and they just start crying in awe of the beauty, and I get to be in it every day. Days like this are so perfect. The temperature's great. I mean, I'm just wandering around, swimming and kayaking and camping, seeing things, seeing animals. I'm so lucky. And I hope you enjoy, coming around with me too, because I like to show everyone how beautiful it is here and just encourage you to just get out and explore your own area, wherever that is. Because you could be just sitting around all day eating chips on your couch, and what does that get you? A full belly? I don't know. Just get out there and explore the area that you live and just really live your life to the fullest, because it's so worth it. Look at the swan on the side of the road. What a day. Beautiful. Hello, beautiful. What do you want to know? And of course my camera's been sitting in the sun. It's working. Aren't you pretty? There's a beaver lodge out there too. Hello. Taking a bath? That's so pretty. So I'm traveling the forestry roads right now. They're beautiful, beautiful roads. There's so many of them back here. Hot. I cooled off when I went swimming, but now I'm roasting again. Standing on the side of the road filming that swan definitely made me hot. and it's just hot in general. It's nice to be in the shade right now. So I'm heading out. I can't remember if I said already, but I'm going to head out to see if I can find Bob Lake. I was out there, I think, when I was a kid, but I really don't remember it. So it's out here somewhere. It's a very, very peaceful campground, that's for sure. So I think this is going to be my spot. Lots of room. The only other person is way down there through the trees. There's 2 picnic tables for little old me. Wow, that was a huge tree back in the day. Beautiful trees. There's a really nice spot for my tent right there. I think I'm going to set up my tent and maybe take a nap. Perfect tent site, and then I can just wake up and look out over the lake. Wow. Look at all the fish. Oh, they're eating that one. That's dying. Oh, I took like an hour nap. I feel a lot better, but man, was I hot and sweaty. Whew. I don't know if you can hear. There's a jet ski going around and around and around and around for over an hour, and I don't know what he's like. I get that jet skis are just for fun, but I mean, it's like a grown man and that's all he's doing for like an hour. He's not doing anything fun. So that's been a little bit annoying, just the noise, the constant droning of the engine. He keeps going by my campsite and looking at me. So, but otherwise, such a beautiful place. Definitely the dirtiest outhouse I've had in my recent travels anyway, but I mean, it's the middle of nowhere. At least there's toilet paper, but it's just full of spider webs and, you know, all the corners, and very dirty, but oh well, at least there's one. Every one of the campsites is really big and spacious for tents. Several of them you could back a camper into as well. This is one of the ones that's not on the lake, but still really nice. Very cute. Love all the forget-me-nots all along the roads all the way here. There was one patch of road that was on both sides, just blue. Gorgeous. Oh, a blessed breeze just started blowing in. I don't know if it's gonna stay, but wow, is that a welcome relief. I just started my fire. Now I'm gonna start dinner. Oh yes, breeze. See the lake getting a little choppy out there. Oh, I am covered in bug bites. I'm not complaining too much. I still am having a great time, but the mosquitoes, like, I have so many bug bites all over my legs and arms, and it's just too hot to put on a long sleeve jacket. Woo! I'm gonna cook some dinner. I don't know if there's a storm coming in. I don't see any big clouds, but could be kind of cool if there was a storm. I already checked to make sure there's no dead trees. There's a few dead branches around my tent, but nothing significant, so. There's the flames struggling a little bit now that the wind picked up. I feel like there needs to be one more thing, like right here on my pots. I always want to, like, oh, I don't know. I feel like it's not centered right. It annoys me. So we're having pasta. Ooh. And I chopped up some veggies. The last of my green and red pepper, since they're just pretty consistent right now. Not that they would really go bad. I think peppers are pretty hardy, good for camping. Hardest part right now is just remembering that I'm only cooking for one person. And I don't eat that much. It's really, really difficult for me to scale back. I'm used to cooking for me and my kids. I am solo now. I don't know if I don't remember if I mentioned that or not, but I had my friend with me, fractured foot. she ended up heading back home. I've been solo last night and today. But apparently, my hand is not liking whatever bit me. It's a weird experience. I don't think it's gonna go any bigger than this. It better not, because I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. So I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll probably soak it in some cold water once I'm done cooking. It just feels really weird. I'm probably gonna have to take that middle ring off. So it's very odd. I never have reactions normally, so I don't know if it was mosquito or horsefly or what, but my body's not liking it. I will say I'm really happy with my tires. Paint job on my wheels is holding up fine, so that's exciting. But yeah, really happy with my tires and my vehicle. My vehicle's doing awesome as always. And that's perfection right there. Gotta have dark chocolate. Cheers. I love s'mores. I know there's lots of people that don't, and they think they're too sticky or whatever. Like, I will eat so many s'mores in the summer. It's the best. But like I said, you have to have dark chocolate with it. And you gotta have the perfect squishy marshmallow. Well, my hand has gotten slightly worse, but I'm still not terribly concerned. It's just annoying. It's really tight and uncomfortable. It's about 10 p.m. Really starting to get dark. I've just been sitting here just admiring the clouds that are blowing by. They were all edged with pink just a little bit ago. It's such a beautiful night. Not a single bug because of the breeze. And the breeze is just the perfect temperature. I'm getting sleepy. I'll probably be heading to bed pretty soon. I have just a little bit left of wood. And yeah, I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Alright, I'm in bed. Took out my contacts and brushed my teeth. I have one mosquito in here that's really annoying me. I gotta try to catch her and kill her before I go to bed. So, my hand is really bothering me right now. I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't a bug bite and maybe I touched something. I don't know. I'm pretty good at not touching things. Like, I know poison ivy and stinging nettle and all that, like not to, but I don't know. It's hurting and it's swollen. Like the other side is now starting to swell up a little bit and just starting to itch now. So I'm gonna just try to ignore it and not itch it, because that's only gonna make it worse. So except I keep using it. So anyway, going to sleep. The sound of the frogs. Good night. Good morning. That was a good night. I slept pretty well. There was that one mosquito. I finally woke up and like hunted it down and killed it. It was just
going in my ear. It was so annoying. And then I laid back down, just falling asleep, and it was in my ear again. So either it regenerated, or there was two of them. I don't know, at some point I either got it or it just went away, I don't know. Status of my hand, it's not as bad as it was, but it's still swollen, which, since I've been laying down, maybe that's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Once I get moving, maybe it'll get better, but yeah, so woke up to sound of a giant bird screeching above me, and then the sound of its wings going. So I don't know what it was, but it was pretty cool. I'll show you the view that I'm waking up to. The sun is beating in. I knew the sunrise would be on that side, and that I'd probably be in the sun when I woke up, which is okay. I just knew it was going to be hot, so I'll show you the view I get to wake up to. This is my view when I wake up this morning. So beautiful. You can hear the flies buzzing on the tent, though. Looks like there might be a little bit of a breeze, so hopefully when I go out there it's not too mosquito-y, but we'll see. Today I have to go home. Definitely had a wonderful time. Just preparing some breakfast. I made up breakfast burritos before the trip. So it's basically potatoes, eggs, and bacon, and cheese. So I'm just heating that up. I'll have that in a tortilla shell, and heating up some water for coffee and dishes. And then I'm going to sit and have my coffee. How is this my life right now? It's hot, and I'm standing in a lake, beautiful lake, eating a breakfast burrito. I love it. So time to make the coffee. This is how I make the coffee. It's an AeroPress. I actually found this still in the box at Goodwill a couple years ago. And it was on my list already to buy, so that was like the find of a lifetime in a Goodwill. So I just put a couple of, I just usually make one serving for myself, so I put like 2 tablespoons-ish of coffee in there. I like my coffee stronger. And add, oops, put my cup under there, that would have been sad. Put your cup under there. And then I usually fill it between the 2 and the 3, because like I said, I just like a smaller, stronger cup of coffee. Voila. Give a little stirry stir. That smells so good. And slowly we're forcing the air to push the water through the coffee. Kind of the opposite of a French press, in which you push the coffee through the water, I think. I don't know. Just very slowly push it through. And it's all come out the bottom. Voila! And I have a fridge, so I even brought creamer with me. I'm living the super fancy life. Boom. Alright,
Alright, well I just got the kayak down. I'm gonna head out about 10 o'clock. Spray that right on my water bottle. Put some sunscreen on my shoulders. The sun is blazing hot. So I might just head out for like an hour. I'm just tired. You know, I'm having a great time. We just get to that certain point where you're about ready, you know, to just go home. I miss my kids, you know? Like, I love the break, you know, and not having the responsibilities of them, but, you know, you miss your kids, and especially not having service, because then you start worrying a little bit. I mean, they're fine, they're with my mom, but, you know, you do worry. So I'm going to go out for a little bit and then probably pack up the rest of the way and head home. So I completely meant to be charging my Rock Pals power generator with my solar. I have solar panels for it, and I completely forgot, so I'm just setting them up now, and we'll see, because I just want to try it out. So I have it facing the most direct sun I can. The battery's at 1 bar now, so I'm going to go paddle around, and then when we come back I'll see if it's charged at all or not. So I guess this is must be a river that feeds into the lake. So I had to come through there, which was kind of fun. It's like a little secret passageway that probably not too many people get to go through. That's my favorite, is exploring places that a lot of people haven't been. See the shiny spot? That's a big painted turtle. I always wonder if, like, certain animals that I see way out here, if they've ever even seen a human before. He's definitely looking at me like, what the heck is that? This is definitely as far as I go. I think that's part of the excitement, is just realizing that if I get stuck right in here, like, I am so screwed. Whew, it's definitely windy. All that backside was really choppy, and I had to really concentrate on not going sideways into the waves. But you can see somewhere over there, you can see my orange tent. So I'm on the other side of the lake, and the wind is really whipping, so I'm just going to concentrate on paddling, because I'm going backwards right now. So I just kind of backed into these bushes right here, kind of sheltered from the wind. I might get out and swim here. It's actually sandy and a little deeper. I think I should be able to get in and out of my kayak right here and just swim a little bit before I head back across the lake. Yeah, so I got out and in the water. Nice and refreshing. It gets a little squishy as you get further out, but I was able to get up to my thighs before it got a little too squishy for me. And then I just kind of went under. Well, not under all the way, but so I need to remember to bring like a rope or something, but for now my fanny pack will suffice. But I just noticed this over here, this tree, cedar in the water, which is half chewed by a beaver at some point, but it has this thing on it, which I've never seen before. It says bearing tree. I don't know, there's no date or any of that on there, but I thought that was interesting. I'll have to Google and see if I can find out more, or if you know, leave it down in the comments. I'm really curious now. So nice. I didn't realize this was here. Nice sandy spot. My camp's over there. I guess this is a little picnic spot. I'm not sure. It looks pretty buggy up there, though. I guess I'll go see what it is, but if it's too buggy, I'm not staying. Look how pretty. Our lady slippers. Not sure what the white ones are. I'll have to look it up when I get home. Yeah, this is actually a really nice spot. Picnic tables. I always think it's funny when they say no lifeguard services provided, like we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Could you imagine if there was a lifeguard sitting out here? She was stuck in my tent, and I was just taking my tent down and noticed she was in there. So I stuck my hand in there and she went on. And now she doesn't want to leave. Got my tent taken down, pretty much everything loaded up other than the solar panel and stuff. Now the fun part of me struggling to put my kayak on top of my vehicle. Short girl problems. I'm about 5'3", and I just added a couple inches to my vehicle with bigger tires and a spacer kit in the back, so it's even higher now. But so there's a lot of climbing on the doors. Oh, and I took the running boards off too. So I mostly just stand on the tire a lot, which works fine. There, that's not going anywhere. Alright, well, I'm gonna head for home. It's Sunday. Time to go home. Back to work and kids and laundry and dishes and all that. It's been a good weekend though. I'm glad you came along with me. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you'd like to follow along with me even more as far as like pictures and things like that, you can find me on Facebook under Gypsy Trekker. I post a lot of my pictures will be on there. So yeah, and if you have any gear recommendations for me or places you think I should visit next, just let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. This little guy's coming for the ride. Hold on, little dude. Where's your stop? Little dude, I'm gonna stop at the outhouse. Probably should get off here. Very, very brave though. Get it to focus.